I talk about GloboCap. Catherine Austin Fitz talks about Mr. Global. And, we use these funny names. I use this funny name because I can't really articulate the details of what I'm talking about. When I talk about GloboCap, I'm not talking about 7 or 17 guys, sitting around in Davos or on Klaus Schwab's yacht and, hatching evil schemes to do all of this. What it goes back to for me is just my analysis of the last 30-something years of history that we've been through. And it basically starts with the fall of the Soviet Union, at which point we became a single ideology world and we became a global capitalist world. Again, it's not 30 guys sitting in a room, making up plans, but it is one system. And it's complicated. We're seeing it right now. There are still sovereign nation states inside of that system that are competing with each other for advantage, and so on. It's not a Marvel comic with a bad guy with a mask. It's a big, complex system. Nonetheless, what we're watching is the evolution of really the first globally hegemonic ideological power system in human history, and it's global capitalism. And if you look at that history over the last 30 years, what happened? The last ideological adversary of this system disappeared, dissolved, fell apart. Right? So what is left to do? Your GloboCap, you dominate the entire planet. What's left to do is clear and hold. This is a phrase that I've been using in my essays recently. And for people who don't know what that is, it's a military term. When you occupy a country, when you invade and occupy a country and you control that territory, what's left to do? You don't have an active enemy anymore, right? So what's left to do is clear and hold. You identify all of the sources of internal insurgency and resistance to your occupation. You identify them and you wipe them out. You destabilize them or you just wipe them out. And the goal is to implement your new program, whatever it is, in that occupied territory. Okay, extrapolate that to the entire world, which is where we are. That's the way I understand the last 30 years. If I go back and look at the last 30 years of history, it is GloboCap, this big, complex, non-transparent entity, conducting a clear and hold up all over the planet, going in and destabilizing, restructuring, privatizing all these little pockets of internal resistance that were left over from the Cold War. The whole COVID-19 event, to me, I understand it as an extension of this.